What's good? It's Frankie Diamonds TV reporting for FKZ TV News. So I checked out this Good Times reboot on Netflix. I checked it out myself, and I got like 10 minutes into the show, and I paused it. I just couldn't stop. I couldn't watch it no more, man. It was cringe. It was secondhand embarrassment. Yeah, when you look at who's behind it, Seth MacFarlane. He makes Ted. He does Family Guy, and you got a couple of big time comedians involved, like JB Smoove. He's voicing a character, Jay Farrell. And the biggest star that's involved in this is Steph Curry. Now, somebody had sent me the trailer to this reboot of Good Times about a month ago, and it was cringe. I was like, man, who wants to see that? Good Times 50 years later, whatever. I didn't know Steph Curry was behind it. So Stephen A. Smith is riled up, and he's ready to, he's ready to set up shop. This is Stephen A. Smith's comments on the Steph Curry Good Times reboot.
Steph Curry. If I don't look happy, there's a reason. And the reason would be is because I saw an opening scene where an animated black character was in the shower talking to a cockroach. A baby was a drug dealer. One of the times, two people were talking in the kitchen and a little fly was running around. That's what I saw. I'm a huge fan of Good Times. Who told you that was okay?
Yo, now that was the animated, very opinionated opinion of Stephen A. Smith, right? he was, and his rant was hilarious, but it's true. Now I had to say to myself, though, is the show really that bad? Yes, it is. I had to watch it myself. It's horrible. They haven't gotten any good reviews from anybody. Some people are already saying that they think the show is racist. Stephen A. is right. You watch the show, the opening scene, the father is singing the Good Times theme song, scratching and surviving, hanging in the child line. He's singing the theme song with a talking cockroach. Now, look, we could talk about black poverty and the PJs and all that. Look, I used to watch the PJs. Remember that with Eddie Murphy? But that was at least funny. The PJs was done with class compared to this. I mean, this was horrible, man. Like Stephen, the baby selling dope. Let's just run through this whole thing. So the original Good Times was 50 years ago, right? The Evans family moved up to Cabrini Green, was, in the projects and all of that. Cabrini Green's been going for like 20 years. I don't know why we keep rebooting old stuff and trying to put a spin on it, put a twist on it. They do that with everything that they reboot now. Coming to America, the sequel, the New Color Purple sequel. They always try to put their own little new agendas on stuff. But it was a respected show. Even though it was about black poverty at the time, it was still black people being new to television. Black people could relate to Good Times. This is Good Times 50 years later. It's the descendants of the Evans family, 3 generations later. They're still in the projects, right? You got the father's a cab driver. He makes no money. The mom doesn't work. She's in this show trying to win some contest, right? They got the social worker still visiting the projects like it's the 70s. And the social worker has a contest where whoever has the cleanest apartment unit gets a 1 month free, no rent, and 2 weeks with no roaches. And I'm not making that up. That's what they said. 2 weeks of no roaches. And that's what she's into. She's trying to win this contest. This is the plot of the first episode, right? Then you got the sister. She's like Michael, right? She's righteous, pro-righteous. She's always, reacting to everything. And then the other son is a bum. I guess he would be JJ. And he's worthless. He's sleeping on the couch. He does nothing. And the baby is selling dope. The baby is out here selling dope. And I'm like, man, you had Pee-wee and Bebe kids, but Pee-wee wasn't even selling dope. This is what they pushing out here. Now, like I said, I got through 10 minutes of the show. I just couldn't do it, man. I didn't laugh once. Not once. We've seen some bad animated shit. I remember they did the Friday animated series. That wasn't good. It was over the top and it was extra. It was too much. And like I say, I knew the show was coming out, but I didn't know Steph Curry was behind it. Steph Curry, this is, I guess, what he perceives the ghetto to be, because we know he didn't grow up like that. He grew up in the suburbs of Charlotte, North Carolina. His father played the NBA. He played for the Hornets. So this is what, I guess, he thinks the black poverty experience is. You know, and I'm not saying black people don't deal with poverty no more, but I think our image has evolved in television since good times. I mean, you're talking the 70s, 50 years ago. You had the Cosby Show after that, Jeffersons after that, Fresh Prince after that. We going back to that. The PJs, you know what I mean? Like, we can't come up with anything different. Like, I would have rather seen a show about Steph and his family, a cartoon about that. And he signed off on this. And Stephen A. was upset about who signed off. Well, Seth signed off on it, Seth MacFarlane, Steph Curry. Steph Curry signed off on this, and he said it himself when he did his when he talked about this and said he wouldn't watch this show with his own children. He claims that this is a show for adults. Meanwhile, they got the baby selling weed on here. You know what I mean? But this is a show for adults. He wouldn't even let his own children watch this. But he's going to put it on Netflix, and people are, you know, I don't know if people are even checking this out. Like I said, I didn't even know it came out. I seen the trailer, and I got secondhand embarrassment just watching it. But, you know, they're trying to capitalize on that title. Norman Lear was the original producer, the white guy. He made all those shows back in the day. And, you know, I can't even believe they got JB Smoove on here. And look, JB Smoove does his thing. But JB Smoove style of comedy is kind of like Jim Crow, minstrel show, step and fetch to me. I always thought like the whole over the top animated, like he would have been the biggest black comic in the Jim Crow era to me. Then you got Yvette Nicole. She's on the show. I guess she's the mother's voice. And Jay Farrell, you know, Jay Farrell always does the impressions, the Jay-Z stuff. These are the comics. So yeah, there were black people involved, you know, who know better, but they like, you know what, if black people don't get respect, period. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna find a show like this making a mockery of any other, you know, group's cultures out here, period. Asian, Jewish, you name, none of that. But we gonna make fun of this and clown, you know, black poverty at the lowest level. I mean, from the talking cockroaches. They had in the episode the father ran out of money, couldn't pay the heat bill, and the heat thermostat got up on its legs and walked out the room. like I see y'all on the 5th. Like, this is bad, man. Maybe it's something you smoke and get stoned to, 420, something stupid to watch and laugh. I didn't find any of it funny. Now, when it comes to Stephen A. Smith, and like I say, I don't usually agree with a lot of stuff that he stands for, or what he even be saying half the time, but I agree with him. Now, is it that serious where I'm willing to march the pavement and call Al Sharpton? No. Nah, not that serious to me at all. But yeah, it is a terrible show. Thelma from Good Times, God, I can't think of her name. The woman that played Thelma, she's talked about it. She doesn't support the show either. She's not feeling it. No, I don't think anybody is. You know what I mean? Anybody with a brain, anybody with a black that got a conscience of a certain age, you'd be like, nah, this is dumb. This ain't gonna last. But yeah, that's Stephen A. Smith's opinion on Steph Curry's new produced show, Good Times. Let me know if y'all watched it. Show some love to the channel. Frankie Diamonds TV, reporting for FKZ TV News. I'm out.
Shop with my boy Chick Smooth at chicksmooth.shop.
Y'all know the MREC room etiquette. Peace, you now tuned in to MREC TV.
What if someone wasn't on protocol? There are consequences.
We the knockout kings of comedy. This your boy, Reggie Curl, you know what I'm saying? This is my cousin, Stroncho, you know what I'm saying? Come on, dog.
No, I know me, old. You fuck with lambskin condoms.
I don't even want my man to eat my because I eat meat from Aldi's. The wrong with you? Aldi's, you should eat this. We don't know what the that meat is. No!
Real. I heard a nigga get in prison. That's not the part about it. The part about it is he had the audacity to ask me why I ain't helping him. I said, it ain't no point of both of us get.
Look him right in his eyes. He go to pat me down. $20, homeboy. I'm like,
Yo, sir! First of all, can I ask y'all a personal question? Is this microphone really necessary at this
You knock y'all with punchline. You know, give me some.